Hi, my name's Edward Bodkin from Videoskills.com.au. In this video we'll compare the image quality between the Samsung, the Kodak and the GoPro cameras. I'll also be looking at the workflow for each of these cameras. So if you're interested in learning more, please go to Videoskills.com.au or click on the link below. So in order to compare each camera, I set them up in the same place and recorded a minute of footage using the Samsung, then the Kodak, then the GoPro cameras. And then to stitch them, I used different types of software. So with the Samsung, I used the Samsung S7 phone. It uses an app and it stitches it in the phone. Kodak comes with a PixPro 360 stitch software. That's a free download. So for the Kodak footage, I used that software. And for the GoPros, I used Autopano Video Pro. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the stitching process, please click on the link below. So first up, this is the Samsung Gear 360 footage. It was a really easy process to film the footage, and the stitching process was really easy as well. So I'm just playing it back on the computer now, but I think I'll jump back and forth because I'm not sure it's playing in real time. But essentially, you've got a good stitch. There's very few stitch lines really. I mean, there's only going to be one, but this one is the most visible here. There's a slight different colors between the front lens and the back lens. You can see on this line here, but pretty much everything joins up. There's nothing that's really sticking out in terms of a bad stitch. And all in all, it looks okay really. It's not great when you blow it up to, that's 100%, this is 200%. You can see the resolution isn't that great. It becomes a little bit jagged on the edges and you don't really have that much detail. So looking at the Kodak footage, you can see a greater dynamic range. It's got better detail in the highlights and the dark areas here, and also in some of the textures. So in the wood and the concrete, there's a lot more detail. I can see a bit of a stitch error here and up here, but all in all, it's a clear picture. And if we blow it up to 200%, it's slightly jagged on the sides, but you've still got quite a lot of detail. Now, I didn't color correct any of the cameras, so it's really what we're looking at is how it was shot in camera. With the Autopano Video Pro software, you can adjust the colors and balance them between the 6 GoPro cameras. I mean, first of all, it looks like you just have a lot more detail with the GoPro cameras, especially if I jump up to 200%. It's just looking a lot better and sharper. So you can see the grain of the wood and the different textures in the concrete and the rocks here, and just moving around, the edges become a little bit more jagged at 200%, but a lot less than on the Samsung camera. So I'll move that back to 100%. So I think overall, when you go back to the Samsung, you can see it's just not handling the colors as well. It's quite dark. Some bits are quite blown out in the clouds here. And this camera is the cheapest. In Australia, it's about $500. So we look at the Kodaks again. This is about $1,000, I think maybe $1,000 US. And it's just got a better dynamic range between the dark areas and the light areas. And then jumping forward again to the GoPro cameras, which that setup would set you back, I think, sort of 7,000 Australian dollars. It's just, well, I suppose the clouds are covering up the sun a little bit here, but again, it just seems to handle all the different colors a lot better. You've got sort of great sort of vivid greens here. You can see a lot of the silver reflectiveness, and like I said, the grain of the wood is just really quite clear, and also the tarmac concrete down here. So basically, in conclusion, I think you get what you pay for. But in terms of workflow and the actual recording process, the cameras are very different. So I hope you liked this comparison. If you're interested in finding out more, look at the other videos or subscribe to videoskills.com.au. Also on the website you'll find other courses and video tutorials. At the end of this video I'll also add 15 seconds from each camera so you can flick between them yourself, and add your comments below and let us know what you think about the different bits of footage. Thanks very much. My name's Edward Bodkin from videoskills.com.au.